get ready.
Okay. All right. Is that comfy? All right, I think I'm comfy. All right.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh man, welcome. Welcome to this recording experience. My name is Dwayne Murphy Jr. If you couldn't already read that on the Facebook post, that's who I am. And I am here with a new type of show for you guys. I was feeling like something had to change, you know? Something was really stirring up in my soul. I don't know how many people feel like this pandemic has affected their life in a very profound way. I think some people are dealing with, the loss of maybe your job. Maybe you're dealing with the loss of your routine, a lot of different changes and things like that. And we're all trying to cope with it, man. I know I am. Are you trying to cope with that, James?
Every day, dude.
Every day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is James Webb. I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to present this show to you guys. All right. I honestly didn't really know what I was coming to you with, James.
Sure.
Yeah. I just knew that I wanted to kind of talk about some things that have been on my mind,
Sure. I feel like we all kind of feel that way, dude. We need an outlet that's not, the buzz of YouTube or Netflix. Like, that doesn't really, heal you.
No, it doesn't, man. I spend a lot of time on social media, just like everybody else. I YouTube, and I'm always looking at the news, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, just because you need balance in this world sometimes. But it's just a lot of fear out there, man.
Yeah. People are afraid, and there's instability.
Yeah.
Instability is the scariest thing, I think.
I think that's what we're all dealing with. But that's why I wanted to sort of try this out, because some of you may know, most of you may know, some of you may not know, I am a comedian full-time in this community here in Chicago, and I like to entertain, things like that. That's a very big part of my life. It's probably a big part of a lot of people's lives who may be watching this, and that particular business was also affected by this virus,
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of things were just sort of taken away in one night.
Yeah.
That's and there's really no other way to say it. I've talked to certain people about this. My parents, talk to older people about this. Sometimes people want to say, keep your head up. You're just gonna be fine. I understand. Other times they kind of dismiss it. They're just like, hey, that's just a part of life. We're all going through this. But what I felt like was important is that I had to acknowledge that I was going through something.
Sure.
Yeah. Because I didn't. I wasn't trying to for a while. I think like everybody else, I was just hoping that I could get through this, and then eventually, things are gonna go back to normal, and I'll go back to my job. I'll go back to, doing what I was doing every day. It'll be like this never happened. And, I think every day that it couldn't get like that, it made me a little bit more fearful that it wouldn't get like that.
Yeah.
I dwelled on it, man. I did. I dwelled on this situation a lot. I felt like it really wasn't getting better. So part of me still feels like that from time to time. I'll say it. I think more people should acknowledge that fact, which is what inspired me to sort of create this idea. You know what I mean? I didn't really want to make a podcast that I was trying to do something funny, promote some new kind of, comedy, entertain you in some type of way. I just had a lot on my mind, and I've been talking to people about it. I talk to my roommates a lot. Shout out to them. They're, they really listen to me. I talk to my mom, my dad. I talk to a lot of people, and things that I'm sure they care about, things I'm sure they don't, but things that I felt like, they just needed to be heard. You know what I mean?
What kind of things are going through your mind, like on a daily basis, that you're having problems, the most problems dealing with?
My biggest thing, man, I feel like I I don't know if I'm gonna get back to being the same type of creative that I was when I get out of this.
What kind of creative were you before this, and why do you think it'll be different?
I think I just didn't. I think I just didn't have any type of plan for it. You know,
Okay.
I think I just didn't have any type of direction and any way to lead it or anything like that.
Do you
know,
think
like,
you were going with the flow rather than guiding the flow when
Yeah.
things were happening? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
so I was going with the flow, and I think when the flow got disrupted, that's really what made me feel so lost. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't really working on anything. I'll say it. I wasn't. I was working on a lot personally.
I don't know if that's true. You
Well-
had a live show. You had a live
Mhm.
stand-up show. You have the Hood Nerds,
Mm-hmm.
which you still have.
Right.
You have your, just as you had your act.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 huge things right there, man.
Right.
Are you afraid that you can't get those back? Maybe when
That's
the
what it
world-
was.
Okay.
That's really what it was. You know. That's what if this. First of all, what if this doesn't end? Second of all, what if it does end and I just can't get those things back?
What would preclude you from getting those things back? Like take Hood Nerds away because that's not going anywhere.
No, it's not going anywhere. Shout out to Hood Nerds,
Shout
guys.
out
You
Hood
guys should
Nerds.
watch that every Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's say,
Mm.
God forbid North Bar closes.
Right.
Shady Babies is homeless.
Mm-hmm.
What would prevent you from moving to a new space, starting it somewhere else? People do that. I've moved
Yeah.
stand up 4 times.
Yeah, logistically, nothing. Ideally, if you're really about the hustle of everything, you know what I mean. You start planning for life after circumstances fall apart. You know what I mean. You should always be looking for a way to bounce back.
Right.
And you're absolutely right, James. The mentality of knowing that there is an opportunity to bounce back and there is a chance for me to come out of this and, find a new level of, success, a new purpose, a new drive is very feasible. I think I got to a point during all this where I just wasn't looking at it like that.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
those
think,
are very valid feelings. Dude.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
very valid.
They are. I was not. I could not bring myself to just see that there are possibilities of things that I could do. I was talking to some people who also, do what I do. Some other comedians here, good friends of mine, and they were, looking at me like, hey, you should try to come up with some stuff. Look for other ways to get those creative juices out there. And I felt like that was a big. I think that's where my insecurity came out. Why can't I create something right now? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I got the time.
I
I got
mean-
nothing else going on. Like, what else do I have going on? Let's be honest.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We're supposed to be home.
Sure.
I'm not supposed to be, out, doing things, and I'm not an essential worker. That's a new divide that's been created in our community now.
Sure.
Something that I think people maybe don't talk about that they should. That there are people who are essential and non-essential now. That's like a class type thing.
It is very. There are. We're seeing class divisions more clearly now. I
Very
think
Hunger Games. out
than
here.
ever. It is quite Hunger Games.
Very
yeah.
Hunger Games, man. Maybe check your mail, man. It's gonna have your district on there. Can happen, man. I'm telling you. It's just a new world, man. But so I couldn't bring myself to see things like that. I couldn't find it in me to create something.
Right.
But then I said, and this just wraps around to the inspiration of the show. But then I said, I don't think I'm the only one that feels like this.
Yeah. You're not, man.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the only one. I don't think I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there that are feeling like, man, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Like I just what can I do? You know what I'm saying? You're looking at everything online, every day you look on there, 4 million cases of coronavirus worldwide.
Yeah. And it's not going down.
Not going down. You look at it right now. I got it pulled up right here. 4,148,034 cases with another 59,000 pending, possibly tomorrow. You see that. You see stuff like that every day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get breaking news alerts on your phone. I get them every day, for Illinois, another 2,500.
Yeah.
Another 50, and you're just like, ugh.
It's hopeless out there, man. For
It
a lot
feels
of
that
people.
way. It does.
Yeah.
Like, how am I, like, am I gonna get back to work? If they do, like, I work in the restaurant industry. If they do reopen things, they're talking about reopening.
Yeah.
They're talking about everybody, trying to go back, and they got to scale it back up. So I'm gonna have to go back to, a quarter, 25% of my workforce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what things like that. There's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of things that were going on around me that were just making me just like, I gotta talk about it, man. I got to.
Sure. Something about this show too that kind of talks to this point I'm about to make is that the best quality of what makes a human is our ability to adapt to anything.
Yeah.
We adapted to the environment before we were what we are now to get here. And you creating a show like this is an adaptation of the new environment we have.
Yeah.
And I feel like our work lives will slowly but surely and scarily adapt to this too. And I don't think people are going to be out in the streets or anything. Like, I feel like you found an avenue here to heal.
Yeah, and hopefully that with me trying to heal, it can somebody else can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many people are gonna really pay attention to this. You know what I mean? But it's okay.
There's enough people in there right now paying attention. I'll tell you that.
That's okay. I think that it's. I just think it's important, man. Like, it's really important for this stuff to be talked about. You know what I mean? It's where we going.
What's your ideal scenario after all this is over, knowing that it won't be the same?
For the sake of the government, get me shut down. I'm just trying to collect this unemployment money and maybe go to an island or something. I don't know. Maybe go to Canada. I hear Canada's pretty popping.
Canada's nice.
And they got rubies up there. I don't know. I'll spend some rubies. No, I think my plan for after all of this is over, if I had to set a goal for myself, I think I realized that there were a lot of opportunities. While yes, I was taking advantage of a lot of things, and I have been taking advantage of a lot of things to push my own content and create more comedy for people this whole time.
Yeah.
I really do feel like there's a lot more I can do. Maybe I have to go into some schooling. Maybe I have to go, get into communities like that. I think that there is I know that there are other avenues that I want to explore after this is over. Where I'm trying to get past is am I going to get over it,
Right.
Every day I see something new. Every day I see something new that, like, freaks me out. It's 2 people in the White House testing positive for coronavirus.
Yeah.
That means they all got it.
For sure, dude.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? I saw that. I was like, oh, well, we ain't opening up at all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the governor's office got it. He got it.
Yeah.
I just assume everybody has it. Maybe we should just reopen and just let it just, nah, I'm not going to go there.
No. You finish that. This is about healing, dude. Finish that thought.
It is about healing, man. I have explored a lot of different options. While paying attention to what can go on with this coronavirus thing. There's a point where I felt like it wasn't real. I'll say it.
Sure. I think I felt that way too for a while.
At one point, yeah. I was just like, every day, I was about to walk right outside, no mask. I felt it.
We've all been wrong about. There are recordings of me saying that.
Yeah, even now I'm a little lightheaded, so I'm hoping that doesn't. Hoping that doesn't bite me in the. But like, I felt all types of ways about it. I was glad that at one point I was glad that I was quarantining with people. At one point I was mad that I was quarantining with people. You know what I mean? Am I more susceptible to catch it? Am I less susceptible? Am I ever just going to get a chance to just go somewhere?
Right.
I'm the type of person that likes to go somewhere and everything is closed. It's just like there were a lot of factors that were just swirling around because it's just a different world that we live in now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where would you go right now if you could go anywhere?
The movies.
Yeah.
by myself.
Hell yeah.
Well, first the barber, and then the movies by myself. Yes, I need a haircut.
We all do, man.
But I just like, that's just freedom, man. I think I can acknowledge the fact that I'm on the side of people who want their freedom as soon as possible. You know, I want to be out.
Yeah.
I want to go somewhere. I want to go. I was saying the other day, I want to go back to work. You know what I mean? I want to go back to work. I was the guy that was like, if it's my day off, you can't find me. You know what I mean? I might as well not be in Illinois if I'm not working today. But I'm like, I just need to go back to work. You know what I mean? I just want to do something, you know? I mean, now, mind you, that means I don't get no government money, but so I got
Sure.
pros and cons, but I gotta figure out a way to cope.
Yeah.
You know? We all really do. Like, we all need ways to cope through this. We all need different ways to sort of pass the time. Because time, it just there's more of it than you think. When you got nothing to do, there's more of it than you think. I think everybody's like, oh, time is short. Oh my gosh, life is short. It's feeling pretty long right now, man. I gotta say, it is. And I want to be able to get more. I want to be able to get more opportunities to sort of share what's going on in my brain. I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
I am. I may not have anything important to say, but I want to say it.
That's not true. Come on now. I don't like that mentality that we've been given.
Yeah.
Where everyone's like, oh, we're this and that, and we're not important. Like, this show right here is proof we are, man.
We're learning more about how different generations are looking at each other now that we're all stuck together. It's kind of weird that now that we're all stuck together.
Yeah.
Like the generation that has taken to this whole virtual lifestyle now, everything's a Zoom. You order stuff online versus the people who I honestly, when I go to a grocery store, I get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you see the older generation out there, and they feel like they're putting their life on the line.
Yeah.
Just because they don't know about Uber Fresh. You know what I mean? But that's
is that the grocery one?
Yeah, that's the
I
grocery.
didn't know they had a grocery one.
They do have a grocery one. It is very expensive. I don't recommend it at all. But I just want to be, able to maybe just find some type of outlet to get me through in the meantime.
Yeah. What have you been doing with your spare time?
We've all been looking for that. I've been playing a lot of video games.
Okay.
And that's it. You know what I mean? That's just it. And a lot of times I sit back and I think, is it just me? Is it just I am not taking time? I'm not making an effort to try something new to occupy my time? Am I just choosing to get up every day and sit and play some video games? Am I just choosing to get up every day and watch a TV show?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, to be honest, yes. But one, I know that it's when I don't have a schedule, and so if I don't have a schedule, how can I don't have any reason to make one.
Is that true? Do you feel like that's really true?
That's where I got before I felt the need to create this whole idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like I was at this point where I was just like, this is just what life is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what, like, waking up. I guess what do I gotta drink now? Like, it's just what it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Even like repeating it now and talking about it more, it doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? It sounds very almost defeated in a way.
Sure.
But I think that you got to acknowledge that at one point you got beat down to that point. You know what I'm saying? In order to create an opportunity to grow from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at some point you're going to feel like, hey, I really put a lot of my heart and soul into this particular whatever it is. For me, it's comedy. It was comedy and work and everything I wanted to create. And, I started doing it at a very young age, and I had a lot of tunnel vision with it and felt like the only way to do it was the way that I was doing it. And so when it all disappeared out of, by no means, by nothing that anybody could control, it definitely put me in a place of where do I go from here? You know what I mean? What am I gonna do now? Is this I guess I just really wasn't supposed to be doing this, because if it can be so easily taken away from me like this, then maybe it wasn't, something that I was supposed to have in general. But you know what? Part of why I think this, like you said, James, this could be like a healing thing, not just for me, but for anybody who may be watching this, somebody sitting here, is just because, like, by having nothing really to do, it kind of opened up the window for me to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I really could just do anything I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I sat down and I was just like, why can't I just talk about what I'm going through and turn that into a possible show, something watchable for people out there? You know what I mean? Why not? I have access to a studio. I know somebody who's willing to help. I know that, I don't have nothing to talk about. I definitely have something to say, something that somebody else may be feeling at this moment. Because like I said, I'm a human being. You're just like everybody, just like you out there. I'm just like you. I go through shit. I feel the way I feel about things. And, a lot of people feel the same type of way about the same type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, It's just real. So,
Do you feel like you've lost that sense of community that we had before?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because I've been asking myself this question, and I think this is gonna be my big question for everybody out here watching. Something for you to take home at some point when, you think back on whatever it is that you watched today. As despite the fact that we're all going through this together, why do I feel so alone? Do you think about that, James?
Oh, dude, that's the most powerful thing in my head every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you go online and you see your celebrities, you see your or whoever, and they're just like, we just want to thank all these people who are, putting themselves on the line. We're all a team. We're all supporting you. We're all going through this, where you see, I'm not going to lie, man. I'm going to say it, man. I'm going to say it. This is something. I'm tired of this shit. I'm going to make this a segment in the show. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tell you what I'm tired of, man. I'm tired of these motherfuckers clapping for essential workers at 7 p.m. every day. All right, cut that shit out. If I see it on Instagram, I unfollow you. All right. I do.
All right.
I do.
Okay. Counterpoint to that, though. So
Yes.
you say that you miss, yes and no about the community thing.
Yeah.
That is an adaptation to a loss of community.
Mm-hmm.
Though, love it or hate it. It's something that, folks feel like they need to do to retain their humanity. Some of it is, I'm not out there doing it, by the way. I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying,
And
like,
if you were, I wouldn't judge. I don't want you to think that I'm judging.
for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, stuff like that is important to a lot of people to maintain that, not even false sense, but just sense of we are all together here.
Yeah, I think it's very real. I think it's very, very important. Just like in the intro, we are social creatures. We need a sense of togetherness in a lot of different ways. And it's funny because I say that, when I say that, I don't say that like I don't support these people out here in hospitals. Don't take that home with you. Okay?
But you have a different way of doing it.
I just have a different way of doing
Right.
it. And I think that it's fair to say that, like, I'm at home and I don't want to.
I got fucking...
Yeah.
I got Drake's Uncharted to beat.
Sorry, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Uncharted, by the way. If you haven't done that, please do. It's a beautiful game. But it's the first time I might have really lost my point, James. No. Why do I feel so long? So, yes and no, to answer your original question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there is definitely a loss of community in the sense that we don't get those interpersonal, human physical connections to each other day by day. And also a lot more people are giving this vibe. Okay, so everybody wants to stay positive. They want to encourage. I know that that's what you want to do. We all want to stay in good spirits, but there are times where it's like you're doing that at the behest of acknowledging the fact that some people are just not okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that brought me back to like the celebrity thing and like to all the people there where you just keep seeing the commercials of like, it's gonna be all right, we're doing good, stay up. You know what I mean? Like, I think once in a while it's okay to sit back and just be like, man, it's kind of rough. Don't stay there. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm like. That's not the message I want people to feel like. I'm not trying to tell you, stay there. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on the situation. It's just gonna add to your frustration. Boom. Keep that.
Love it.
Bing. We need a bing sound for the future. Bing.
I'll get a soundboard for it.
But it's all right to feel like you lost something.
Yeah.
It is okay to feel like that. Because that means you can gain something else. You know what I mean?
Adaptation, man.
I'm on fire, baby. Yo, I'm on fire, baby. I don't even know, man. I'm spitting the good word to you. I'm bringing a Bible next week. All right. Oh man, I know you said some people may be watching, man. And I gotta say, if you have been watching this, if you've been into it, I do appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't really have a concrete idea what this was, but I think I know what it's turned into.
Sure.
I know what it can become.
There's a defined direction to this now, I think.
Yeah. We're on to something, James.
Yeah.
We are, man. I do want to hear from. Eventually, I think I want to hear from people. I do. Somebody told me, would you have guests? Would you do that whole thing? I don't know. I didn't even think I know what I wanted to talk about before I brought it on here. You know what I mean? So, but
I feel like a call-in feature would be nice. Because if someone wants to commiserate with us and and find that, give people their perspective on what hurt them about all this. That'd be fun.
And we can do it, and I don't think, we don't gotta stay we don't even have to always stay on coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like, I know that is the biggest thing going on in the world today. We all know that. We can't avoid it right now. It's everywhere. It's something that we're trying to battle. But this can open the door for us to kind of just talk about a lot of things that may be bothering us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, we're all very distant socially, but we can connect emotionally. Bing. Ooh! Ooh! I'm 2 for 2! Come on, man. I have found my calling, baby. It's it.
The Reverend strikes again.
I'm out here, baby. I'm telling you. Oh, man. I'm all right. I'm sorry. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're still like that. Yeah, please. Let me know, man. If you're watching this, man, please send me a message. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe if you want to see something I could change, maybe something I knew I can do. This is an open format, but we got some legs to this, brother.
For sure.
We definitely do. I want to keep doing this. It makes me feel better.
Good. And that's the point.
Yeah. That is the point. That is, I feel better. No. Do this. No, it's not all. It is a lot. A lot of it is for me.
Own that, dude.
A lot of it is for me.
That is the point.
Yes, I'm doing this for. You know what? That's hype man. James is my hype man. He is. He's got me hyped up.
Gotcha,
okay,
baby.
That's right. This is for me. This is my time. Ready, man. I'm ready.
Good.
Y'all get behind me. All right, you know what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, it is true, man. Take opportunities to really uplift yourself if you can't do anything else. Try to. While I said all that stuff about acknowledging that you are going through a tough time, while you are, struggling and stuff, you do still have to, encourage yourself in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Because the people around you are going to do the best they can, but a lot of times people just can't do it. A lot of times you're just down in that pit and no one can pull you out but you. You know what I mean? Nobody else may not have the strength to do it. They may not know what to say, what angle to take, how to do it. Like, they just may not. It's going to be up to you to really bring yourself back up to that point where you want to, move forward and carry on, So do that.
Who has, could you name any people that you think helped you the most pull through to now?
To now? First and foremost, I gotta say, you know, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, baby. You know what I mean? Hey,
you
sorry,
go.
you know, I mean the Reverend. I do mean that. I do mean that. But a big part is my mother for sure. I know Mother's Day. Yes, I'm not even just saying that to be cliche. She's definitely
Sure.
the person that puts up with the most of my frustrations. And I be hitting her with some next level shit. Maybe I'll get my mother to call in one day. I think I would. I would do that.
Dope.
I would do that. If I get my mother to call in,
Have you seen Midnight Gospel?
Huh? Yes, I've seen 3 out of the 8 episodes.
Watch the last episode.
Yeah.
You'll.
If I get my mother to call in, I think I would do that. She would love to do that, I think, because she would love talking about all the stuff. She tells people she wrote all my jokes. But nah, I think I know I hit her with some heavy stuff, man. I'm honestly like asking her, like, why is it that, you know, such and such, if things are supposed to be this way, then why is it that I had to make this choice? And you know, like she's, you know, got Houdini, or not Houdini, but that was I don't read.
I don't read.
Yeah, these glasses, they ain't even prescription. I did them for the effect. It looks good. But I think that she's helped me get through it a lot. I am thankful. I will say I am thankful that I've had the roommates that I've had to quarantine with too.
Hell yeah.
These people I've been around, you know, because we're all looking to pull each other through it. You know what I mean? As opposed to like 4 people trying to survive on their own.
Right.
And I think that that's a big thing. Some people may be going through that. You may be going through that at home. I know I've talked to people like that where they may be in living situations and it feels like, you know, it's every man for himself, you know, Book of Eli style. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I got my toilet paper. Yeah, I got 8 rolls. You don't what? So? Yes, and I take my rolls with me to and from the room. Yes, I do. You know, I've had roommates like that. It was my grandmother, but but I mean, I'm glad that I've had these people around me to, like, you know, how we've been trying to work with each other, bring each other together. I want to give a big shout out to Uno. You know, this show is not sponsored by Uno, but it could be if you want to. We play a lot of Uno, and
Hell yeah.
that's how I survive. If I need it, I need Uno. I get mad if we don't play Uno at night. I'm like,
Is that a nightly thing for you guys?
yeah,
That fucking rules,
yeah,
man.
it's bonding, man. It is definitely is. It's bonding for us. You know, we can play and we can just play the game and like talk, and you know, we don't have to think much and do stuff like that. I mean, so I'm very fortunate to have that situation. I think for people who, I mean, there are a lot of people who are quarantining by themselves, and I have to say that, you know, I have the most respect for those people. I really do, because I know I used to live on my own. I did own apartment and everything, and it was the greatest time of my life for a month.
Yeah.
Tops. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like after that month, I was like, I have too much space for one person. You know what I'm saying? It was, and all I had was a studio apartment. It was one room, but I
Yeah.
still, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times being by yourself, while you learn a lot about, you know, who you are, and they, you know, people say, Kurt, you know, live on your own and do that. You do, but you, without having any type of interaction with somebody else, you just start, oh man, you start thinking about all types of stuff, man. And, you know, they can be good, bad, goofy, crazy, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, that's the people that I probably want this message to go to the most. You got to keep encouraging yourself and finding ways to build yourself up.
I know a
this time, you know what
guy. I know a guy going through that right now who
Yeah.
we could probably have on the show to talk about it.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah, man.
keep that in mind for a future one.
Yes, because I can only speak from the perspective of somebody who, you know, I've always naturally found ways that when my circumstances around me, you know, sort of shift in a way that I don't like, I naturally shut down and become very isolated, and I do that on my own. You know what I'm saying? It's not a healthy thing, but it's, you know, a coping mechanism I know I've had my whole life, you know, something I know I can work on. But, you know, to have something like this happen and then you really are on your own, you know what I mean? And you know, I hope that you're doing everything you can to reach out to everybody else and, you know, and try to, you know, interact with people as much as possible. But, you know, when you're by yourself,
Yeah.
you know, with all this uncertainty, like I said, more cases. I'm about to pull this back up. Did the number change? Let me refresh. See, we got new numbers. 4,165,000. Like this.
Damn.
Goddamn. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just saying, you know, it is definitely been a blessing to have people around me to pull me through it. And if you don't have that, I am here for you. All right, this is what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Please, I would love to talk to your friend James. I'd
Yeah.
love to have him talk.
You
to
know him too. We'll get him on here.
Yeah, we should do that because I need to. You know, that's a good perspective to have. Connected with other family too, man.
Yeah.
It's been a big thing. I've looked for ways to, because I know when I got to that low spot, you know, I got to that point where I said, all right, either I'm going to keep feeling like this or I'm going to look for some type of ways to go in the other direction. One of the first things I did was look for ways to connect with family that I felt like I had lost some sort of touch with, you know, because it's weird how a situation like that will make you want to do that, you know, and some people may say it's like, oh, you know, cliche, you know, now you decide to reach out to this person, but you can't control that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't control how I feel. That's just how I feel. Boom. You know what I
Boom.
mean? Thing.
How did that reconnection go?
Hey, oh man, you know, when it happened, I realized it was something that I needed for a lot longer than just, you know, the 60 days or so that we had just been in this quarantine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I had definitely been neglecting this particular relationship for a long time out of some sort of like, I think it made me feel like I had leverage on this person. You know, it made me feel like, you know what, as long as they know that I don't mess with them, then they understand not to mess with me. You know what I mean? I mess with you, you don't mess with me.
Right.
But, you know, I just had to put that aside. I remember putting that aside, and that was being one of the first things I had done. And talking to this person for a while, like, it really felt like a big weight was, one, coming off my shoulders, and a lot of stuff was just coming off my mind, you know what I mean? And just knowing that I could have the support of this person was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Little things like that, man. Like, it's just been small stuff, you know, and I haven't accumulated every little pearl of wisdom that I think you need in order to successfully get over, you know, something like this going on. We just got to find ways to get through it, you know, day by day. You know, that's really the message that I think we all kind of need, you know. Hopefully I can keep giving people that, you know, and I'd talk about some other stuff too next time I come on here. You know, maybe talk about some sports, talk about how sports make
If there
me
are
feel.
sports to be talked about, let's fucking talk about it.
Yeah, please do.
UFC was last Saturday, so that's something.
Yeah, I saw I saw that fight after the fact. Oh man, oof.
I've heard some
Oof.
things.
Tony. Oh man, Tony. I was like, God damn.
All I've heard is Khabib in the future, so I can't
Yeah.
wait to go watch.
Well, that's who he was supposed to fight,
Yeah.
and he was definitely not. Nah, that other dude was. I was just like, can you do something? Dude was like, yeah, I ain't. Man, yeah, man. How much time are we at there, James?
We're at about 38 minutes on the
38
dot.
minutes. 38 minutes is that's good. I think because I'm, you know, again, we're test running, guys. Ideally, I would go for a 30, no more than 45-minute type, you know, situation like
Sure.
this. 30 might be where I want to cap it.
Okay.
You know, I think that because I get my points, get my point across, that type of thing. But you know, if there's opportunities to talk to other people, things like that, I make time for that. But yeah, that's really it. You know, just get a little healing time. That's something.
I feel
think-
better already.
Do you, man?
Yeah.
I really do. I don't. Like I
do,
said, I
dude.
just like I had to just talk, man. I did. I had to just talk, and I ain't paying for therapy. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is nah. This was something that I think was important. It was important for me. Hopefully, you guys got something out of it too, man. And you know, Lord willing, we'll bring this back to you in the future. I think this can be. We got something good here. So thank you again for watching. Thank you guys for just sort of sitting back and listening to me go on about the things that sort of stir my brain in the middle of the night. You know, hopefully I can come up with something a little more, you know, a little more concrete next time. You know what I mean? We'll dive a little bit deeper into, you know, ways that our mental health can sort of take us in all sorts of directions. But there's always a way to bring it back to a center, you know? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We can always find a way to just find some middle ground and feel a little bit stable. Feel like we got both our feet back on the ground. You know what I mean? No matter how things crazy. So that's how I feel. I'll be honest. That's how I feel. I think that's how And I think that's how we're gonna end it, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. I'm Dwayne Murphy Jr. And this has been your recording experience. Thank you. Have a good night.